Just like any other illegal drug, if you get caught with Adderall, you might just end up here. Dr. Bianchi and her staff go to many conferences every year to learn about the newest innovations in veterinary medicine. This past January, she went to a conference where she learned about the stem cell therapy process. And guess what? Now White Oak is the only veterinary clinic in Oklahoma offering stem cell therapy. With 168 animals here like Audie, 45 acres, and endangered species, Tiger Safari allows you to get hands-on with animals you typically can't. And it makes the perfect little secret right here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. If you ask any college student, they will probably know what they are.
See me at your college campus, baggy full of Adderall.
The prescription drug Adderall is becoming a common sight at college campuses around the nation.
It's for everyone out there studying for finals right now. Now you got it. See you on the other side.
From 100 yards away, I could tell you what that was.
Students take the drug before a big test or project to stay awake, stay focused, and to study, giving it the nickname the SMART pill.
I think there's so much going on that sometimes people feel like they don't have enough time to adequately study, so that using something like Adderall will give them the extra boost they need to power through an all-nighter.
In recent months, there has been a shortage of Adderall, and now the Drug Enforcement Agency is cracking down on abusers.
It's hard to find. It's hard to get it.
And authorities say the main abusers of the drug are the college students. Just like any other illegal drug, if you get caught with Adderall, you might just end up here.
The girl told me I have a bag of Adderall. If she gets stopped by a policeman, that's a federal offense. It is a federal offense because this is what's called a controlled substance, and it's a controlled substance because it has some potential for abuse.
Officers say students should think twice about popping the SMART pill because it could do long-term effects.
You know, stay at home, study, don't go out, and, you know, just be more prepared and just be a little bit more mature.
You may never know by looking at Coda Bear. Just 4 weeks ago, she was in a lot of pain from hip dysplasia and was not using her back leg.
She runs around, she jumps, she chases her ball, she takes a flying leap off the stairs, and she's almost completely healed now.
Shauna wanted a less invasive procedure for Coda Bear than surgery. When she heard about stem cell therapy, she immediately knew that that was the right option.
She's no longer in pain. You know, seeing her hurt like that, it hurt. It just made your heart break. So they suggested that she get the stem cell therapy.
Stem cell therapy has come a long way for animals since its debut. Now vets don't have to use the lengthy process of shipping the cells off and waiting to get them back.
So we can actually harvest fat from the dog and then in 90 minutes have stem cells processed and ready to go back into the dog. It's a same-day procedure, and the dogs are usually clinically better within just a few days.
Dr. Bianchi and her staff go to many conferences every year to learn about the newest innovations in veterinary medicine. This past January, she went to a conference where she learned about the stem cell therapy process. And guess what? Now White Oak is the only veterinary clinic in Oklahoma offering stem cell therapy.
The technology has progressed enough to where you can actually do it in-house. It's more of a hassle to do it in-house because you have to have a staff that's trained to process all the stem cells. But we've gone through the whole staff training.
With the injections, you can be sure that your dog will get better within a few days.
Or not being able to play with your other pets or not being able to go for walks. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You know, you can be confident that they're happy.
These are ringtail lemurs. They're only found on the island of Madagascar.
Take a look at this lemur. Notice anything? If you look closely, you can see her newborn. This is one of the many babies and animals at Tiger Safari, like Cody, the Coatimundi.
He's so unique, and people don't really know what he is, and it's always interesting to be able to tell them about him.
From tigers to lions to bears, the animal park lets kids ride turtles, feed the felines, and if they're lucky, even get a kiss from Kojo the bear.
What's really unique about the park is the kids do get to come out here and do some stuff they really can't do anywhere else.
With 168 animals here like Audie, 45 acres, and endangered species, Tiger Safari allows you to get hands-on with animals you typically can't, and it makes the perfect little secret right here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. Kids and parents can come to Tiger Safari not only to pet animals, but to help care for them and learn about their habitats.
He's 19 years old. They'll live about 30 years. He's the most filmed type of monkey.
And for some really exotic fun, people can stay overnight in an exclusive hut, soon to be surrounded by lots of animals.
The African Safari Hut, where you can come and stay and have an African setting with big 2-foot, 3-foot flame torches outside your African hut, listen to the lions roar at night.
The newborn lemur and tremendously cute turtle are just the tip of the iceberg. Kids will learn a lot about animals not normally found in Oklahoma. From bearded dragons to hissing cockroaches and turtles to snakes, Brian knows his fair share of reptiles.
Lots of people buy these when they're little because they're inexpensive and they eat vegetables.
Brian is the owner of Alligator Alley in OKC, and recently he has felt the sting of the new snake legislation passed.
I think it was a mistake, but there's a lot of politics involved. They've been trying to do this for a number of years.
He is talking about the recent ban that would not allow Burmese pythons, northern and southern African pythons, and yellow anacondas to travel across state lines. Although he doesn't sell these types of snakes, he has friends that do.
And some people, like breeders here in Oklahoma, we have a very small population in this state. We have a number of big reptile breeders, and that's going to be difficult to sell if you're producing enough to supply multiple states.
Brian says the ban shouldn't span across all 50 states because they cannot survive in the colder temperatures.
There's absolutely no evidence that the Burmese or any of the other 4 snakes that were banned can survive anywhere north of southern Florida. And in Oklahoma, there's none of these exotic tropical pythons that's going to be able to survive in Oklahoma winter. Last night, the snake would have died.
It might not affect you directly, but I bet you'll know someone who will be affected by this ban.
It's a problem. It's going to kill a lot of jobs and it cause hardship for a lot of folks. So it's not going to affect us greatly, but a lot of my friends are going to have problems.
Well, we are talking about texting the wrong person. Sheila Coyle says, I sent I love you to a text to my granddaughter, and I accidentally sent it to my friend's husband, too.
Hell.
Whoopsies.
Were you listening earlier when I said that Meg sent me a text yesterday?
No.
It was intended for her husband, Frank.
Oh,
yep.
Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Oh, I smell a barbecue.
Jarita Duckworth says, I've gotten calls from the wrong number, so they just wanted to sit and chat with me like they've known me for years.
Yeah.
She goes, that was pretty funny. And Brandy Escovel says, I got a text at one time that was pretty explicit. At first, I thought it was my husband with a new number, but then I realized he doesn't know how to text. I asked who it was, and the person admitted they had sent it to the wrong person and apologized.
Okay.
That's funny. I've forgotten any of those. I wonder if I would play along. You know
just for a little while. See where it goes.
Yeah. See who they think I am. Well, thanks to everybody that wrote in to tell us what you think this morning. Next Monday will be the annual New Year's Eve game for the Oklahoma City Barons hockey team. We're super excited about it here. And here to talk more about it is Josh Evans, Communications Director, and a very good friend of our show. We're happy to have you back.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Okay, now tell us some of the activities that are going on because it's going to be quite a game.
Well, it is going to be a fun game. New Year's Eve is a wonderful time to be in downtown Oklahoma City, and coming to a hockey game is all the more fun. We made a couple of changes this season. We moved the start time of the game from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock to give people more time to go and spend with whatever it is they're going to do, whether they're going to go to opening night, whether they're going to go to their house and do their own thing, spend the night at a hotel, whatever it is they're going to do, we want to give them more time to do it. And we're giving away Barons practice jerseys.
These awesome jerseys, look how cool they are. I think they're pretty awesome.
They're awesome. They're great. So it's the first 2,000 adults and first 1,000 kids. Are eligible to earn one of the jerseys. So and then on the back we have, of course, the KFOR and Freedom 43.
Your wonderful sponsors.
So everybody knows who we work with when it comes time to promote the jersey. So we play the Texas Stars, the Dallas Stars affiliate that night, and it's a wonderful time to to come and watch. We've got some great players, guys like Jordan Eberle, Taylor Hall, guys that ordinarily would be in the NHL if there weren't the ongoing NHL lockout. So it's a really spectacular time for hockey here in Oklahoma City. Probably the best hockey that the city's ever seen.
I think it is. You know, a lot of us here, we go to the games. We absolutely enjoy it. We have such a fun time. And you guys do a great, great service for our community. And you guys need to come out and get these jerseys because I think they'll be pretty awesome.
This and Stick Night are our two, Jersey Night and Stick Night are our two most popular nights, and so I expect that there will be a good, healthy line for these to get in early, but that's okay. We expect everybody to have a good time when they come to the games.
It's going to be awesome. Thanks so much for...
In today's Animal House, Britnee tells us what to do to protect that member of our family with 4 legs. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Lance. And yes, that's right. In the heat of the moment, we may think we have everything when evacuating our home, but there are some things we need to bring with us to keep our pets safe as well. In case of an evacuation type emergency, creating a pet pack would be imperative. Make sure you include your pet's rabies card, food, water, and treats to ease any tension your pet may have in the situation. Remember to bring your pet with you. Don't assume that you can go back and get your pet later. And as the saying goes, practice makes perfect.
The first 3 things I would recommend are practice, practice, practice. For dogs and cats, go down into that storm shelter and try to make that a pleasant place to be, not a fearful and anxious place to be. So that means you go in ahead of time. Go down and take some treats with you and practice being in that location.
And here again is the list of things that you should have in your pet pack: food, water, treats, and a rabies card. And if you'd like any additional information on pet safety packs, you can visit www.
In today's Good for Your Money, last year banks dropped their debt card fees after a huge public outcry, but now banks are trying to find a way to make you pay those fees. Here to tell us more is Britnee Bryles in the Media Center. Good morning, Britnee.
Thank you, Shelley. You know, many consumer advocates predicted banks will be up to their old tricks again, scrambling around trying to figure out a way to charge you for your basic services. Here's what NBC's Chris Clackham found out. Joining us this morning are 2 of the belly dance superstars, Mariah and Natalie. Good morning, girls.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being on.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing tonight at OCCC.
Okay, so tonight we have a 2-hour show, and it's a family event. It starts at 7:30. The first half is dedicated to local talent, local belly dancers, local troops, so you can come support that. And then the second is our troupe, and we're a professional company that's touring the U.S., Europe, and Asia, usually about 6 to 9 months out of the year.
And you guys have been to some pretty cool places.
We really have,
Tell us about some of your experiences.
It's amazing. I mean, you think that belly dance is a regional thing, but it's blowing up worldwide. We'll go to Japan, and they have just magazines and TV shows and just a whole, and you think, Japan, belly dance? Okay. Go to the Philippines, it's there. We've been all over Europe, and now we're going even into Eastern Europe, into Poland, and some other places that are next door. So it's pretty exciting. And I've been to Dubai, and
that's so cool.
And of course, it's you know, it's local there, so they're used to it, but it's a lot of fun.
That's so cool. Okay, so it's a good workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys are going to teach us some moves. Ian, are you nervous?
That's why I'm here.
Teach us some moves, girls.
So do shut up. Right. Okay, Natalie's going to demonstrate a hip drop.
All right, so hip drop, all you're going to do is you're going to put your weight on your right foot. So left foot's in front. You're going to lift your left hip and drop it down. And when you lift that hip, you're going to squeeze your glute on the left side and then release.
Squeezing.
Okay. Squeeze and drop. Squeeze and
pop. Woo.
Perfect. And then you can go a little faster.
Feel it.
So down, 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 down.
Oh my gosh, it's like popping and locking.
Beautiful.
Am I doing okay?
Yes, you're doing great.
Okay.
You should be in our show tonight.
How's Ian doing?
I don't know.
Look at him.
Yes,
He's
I
really
think he gets the gold star.
He has his own style.
That is so fun. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for your event tonight, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And our very own Heidi's going to be there as well. We're excited for her. She's a good friend of the show. So let's give our viewers a little bit of information. You can see the club belly dance for yourself.